So I'm using Snapchat to take this interview. Would you have preferred to have a filter on, or do you feel like the real view is the best?
I think the real view is the best.
Okay.
Every day, over 2 billion people wake up to notifications and updates from their favorite social media networks. For me, and probably many others in a similar demographic, Snapchat and Instagram are the networks of choice because they are great for communication, self-expression, and stress relief. But after looking through my Snapchat memories a couple of times and laughing at old funny videos of my friends, and then clicking through some of their Instagram feeds and Snapchat stories, I started to wonder if social media reflects who they really are. Or are their profiles fake because they try so hard to appear to be perfect or better than what they actually are? After pondering this question, I decided to follow the life of one of my friends through their social media and the opinions of people who know them well in real life. This is what I came up with.
I hate that we're looking at all the comments so much. Oh man.
First, let's get to know my friend Catherine purely through her Instagram feed. We can see pictures of prom with her date, pictures with friends at an NCL event, pictures of concerts with more friends, pictures of vacations at the beach, at other places. All of these images are super cool, but do they reflect who she really is as a person, or is she just putting up an image that is different from who she truly is? I started my exploration by asking people to define truth.
Okay, so obviously this documentary is generally going around Catherine's life, but first of all, how do you define truth?
Oh wow. In terms of social media?
In terms of just in general, how do you personally define truth as like a moral thing? Moral code?
Just, I guess honesty means the same thing, but not changing your beliefs to satisfy anyone else, or for situational, just like something that's complete and constant throughout. But also like raw and real, not like configured, you know?
How do you personally define truth?
Being yourself and being, I don't know what the truth is actually. What is the truth? You have to be completely honest, or is it just being fully transparent? So I think both.
Do you feel that social media adds to the truth or detracts from it?
Both. I think some people make it or portray themselves as not who they really are, and some people are very honest with themselves on social media.
Do you think that in general social media takes away from truth or adds to truth?
Do you feel that Catherine's Instagram reflects who she is as a real person?
I think there are many sides to a person, but yeah, I do think that maybe her Instagram offers a different lens into who she is, but it's just in addition to what she already expresses in real life.
How do you define truth personally?
How do I define truth? Something that is not fake.
Okay. So do you think that social media adds to or detracts from truth?
I think social media overall detracts from truth because everything that's on it is staged and it's not actually like what's happening in reality.
Do you think that Catherine's social media is true to who she is?
50-50.
Do you think that Catherine's Instagram and social media is truthful to who she is?
I feel like it's a part of her. You get a lot of like the fun party side, and like you also see in her captions to what she posts. She's honest with like friends she has and stuff, but you don't see everything she does or everything that she's made up of. Like I guess more parts of her family or like more champion the dog, just like little things like that. You don't get the full stuff of.
So, different social media platforms like Instagram, as well as the now popular Finsta, which is essentially a normal Instagram only available to close friends, offer different sides of a person and snippets of their life. But does only showing people certain aspects of our lives make us more one-dimensional and superficial, or is it honest?
If you could use 3 words to describe Catherine in real life, what would they be?
Funny. Dolphin laugh with a hyphen in between, so it's one word ish. And then caring.
And 3 words to describe her social media.
Exotic. I'm trying to think of the profile as I'm like here. Fun and
Herbaceous.
friends. Oh.
If you could describe Catherine in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Ooh, can't do this. She is fun, amazingly fun. She's beautiful and actually very insightful. She relate to you, and I don't know. She's fun because she's always down to like party and dance and talk to you like she doesn't care, and she's always there for you. And then she's beautiful because she's beautiful, like inside and out. Though, like she's very genuine around her close friends, and I feel like she's always very happy. Like she lightens the mood and the room. And then I guess I don't know. Insightful is probably not the right word. I don't know how to say it, but like she actually listens. She's very relatable, and she's there for all her friends, no matter if she can actually talk about the same problems in the same context.
How well do you think you know Catherine?
I mean, I think I know her pretty well. Like, I consider her one of my best friends.
Do you think she feels the same way?
Oh, definitely, yeah. She's actually the one who initiated the best friend relationship.
Perfect. So can you pull out your phone, please?
Oh, yeah.
And go onto her Instagram feed? Do you follow her?
Yes, let me... Okay, it's loading.
Okay, so just before you look at that, what are 3 words you would use to describe Catherine in real life?
I would say outgoing, creative, and funny.
Okay, and then when you look at her feed, can you tell me 3 words you would use to describe that?
3 words to describe that. I would say model. I would say food and boys.
So, to summarize the interviews, overall, the people who I interviewed chose to acknowledge that social media does not reflect the entirety of a person, and that we use it often as an additional tool to craft a person's entire narrative. They did feel that social media is honest and truthful because it demonstrates who a person is creatively, because it allows them to express themselves in a different kind of medium. I expected people to say that social media has made everyone faker and harder to get to know, but I actually got the opposite response. After getting outside perspectives, I decided to ask Catherine herself about how she thinks social media has changed her perspective of herself.
Usually a filter, just because it usually makes me look better.
So for this interview, do you want a filter on it?
Yes.
Which one?
The pretty one.
How do you personally define truth?
Truth?
Truth.
I think truth is what you know is true, but I think it's mostly like you and your closest, like your family and your friends. I think that's who you are, and that's what true is.
So do you think that social media has made you more or less truthful?
Less truthful, for sure, because for the people that surround you every day, they see the real you, but on social media, there's so many people you don't know that see you, and so you put on a different persona just because they only see you in that setting.
If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be and why?
Crazy, spontaneous, and awkward.
Nice.
Do you think that social media has made you more fake? For sure. So you think that it makes you less authentic in real life or just on social just on social media, because I trust that like everyone in real life, all my friends know me for sure. But
How do you choose which photos to post on your Instagram or Twitter?
I usually try to choose the ones I think I look the best in, or the ones where my friends are in it, or even group ones, so it looks like I have more friends.
Do you choose them at all based on how you want other people to perceive you? Like you said, you want to look like you have more friends. Do you do that a lot?
For sure.
Why?
I guess it was not even like intentional at first, but like sometimes I find myself posting photos just like even with some people that I don't even talk to that much, just because. Can we redo?
How much do you look at or care about comments and likes on social media like Instagram?
It's kind of scary how much I look at it just because I get notifications for it, and every time it comes up, like it's hard not to look at it. And unfortunately, comments and likes matter a lot more than I wish that they did, and I do look at them a lot.
In the end, Catherine's perspective on herself and how she uses social media turned out to be a lot harsher than I expected, because of the way other people had talked about her before. From this, I learned that we may see ourselves as more superficial because of social media and the way that we use it. In this way, I think that social media changes the way we perceive ourselves a lot more than it changes the way others perceive us. People are aware that social media doesn't really show a person's entire life or reflect who they really are. So, in the end, I guess social media doesn't really change how we perceive others. Instead, it just adds to the overall image that we already have of them. I guess we just need to think about how it makes us think differently about ourselves.